Bloomberg just added Zebec network to their Galaxy DeFi Index alongside giants like Uniswap and Aave. Yeah, the same index tracking $15 billion in institutional money. And get this, ZBCN is now fully MiCA compliant in the EU, making it one of the first payment tokens you can legally trade across the entire European Union. The price? Still under half a cent. Now before you think this is just another altcoin pump story, stick around, because the technical setup, the institutional backing, and the real-world utility here are telling a very different story than your typical meme coin madness. Welcome back to the channel, crypto fam. If you're new here, I break down the market moves that actually matter without the hype and nonsense. Do me a favor, smash that like button right now and subscribe if you want daily crypto analysis that cuts through the noise. Trust me, you're going to want to catch every second of this one. On November 24th, 2025, ZBCN got added to the Bloomberg Galaxy DeFi Index. This isn't some random listicle. This index tracks 15 billion in assets under management. ZBCN landed a 1.5529% weighting alongside Uniswap at 16.62% and Aave at 15.16%. Only 23 tokens made the cut. According to Bloomberg's criteria, they're looking at institutional exposure here, not TikTok popularity contests. But wait, there's more brewing under the surface. A well-known crypto analyst, Crypto Chrome, posted an AI-animated breakdown of Zebec's integration with GhostWareOS on November 27th. This partnership adds encrypted real-time USDC settlements on Solana without public mempool visibility. Translation: your transactions become invisible to frontrunners and snoops. For enterprises handling payroll and treasury operations, this privacy layer is absolutely critical. According to the technical breakdown, they're using encrypted relays and metadata protection. This addresses two massive pain points: regulatory compliance and security. When you're moving millions in payroll, you can't have every transaction broadcast to the world. The community immediately started buzzing about revenue sharing between ZBCN and Ghost tokens. Smart money sees where this is heading. Now here's where my expert brain kicks in. Privacy tools on Solana have been undervalued for way too long. Everyone's obsessed with Ethereum's privacy solutions, but Solana's throughput makes confidential transactions actually usable at scale. Zebec positioning itself at the intersection of PayFi and privacy, that's not luck, that's strategic brilliance. So what's the real kicker here? According to Captain Zach ZBCN's post, Zebec just achieved full MiCA compliance in the EU with Archax's support. They met requirements under Articles 5, 6, 8, and 9. That actually makes ZBCN one of the first payment tokens legally tradable and operational across the entire European bloc. This isn't a promise or a roadmap item. They're already listed on Bitvavo, which is Europe's largest MiCA-regulated exchange. The listing drove another 6% price pump to $0.0036 in late November. But honestly, the real story is what's underneath. Zebec has SOC 2 Type 2 certification, ISO 27001 coming soon, and they acquired KYC and AML tools through GateKnox. This really positions them for institutional integration in the $1 trillion plus regulated payments sector. While 99% of crypto projects run from regulators, Zebec is running toward compliance like it's a competitive advantage, because, well, it is. My take: this is how you survive the next regulatory crackdown. When the SEC and EU start swinging hammers, projects with compliance infrastructure won't just survive, they'll absorb market share from everyone scrambling to avoid subpoenas. ZBCN is playing four-dimensional chess while others play checkers. According to BTD Crypto's analysis, ZBCN USDT perpetuals show a descending channel with price testing major demand around $0.003. Volume profile visible range shows strong support here, and RSI is oversold but turning upward. This is classic accumulation zone behavior. Every prior bounce from this level led to significant upside. Momentum indicators are stabilizing, and reward skew looks positive on a channel breakout. But, and this is important, the macro downtrend is still intact. One reply even questioned whether it could drop to $0.00079. That's the altcoin volatility we all know and love, right? My advice: don't ape in until we get confirmation above the descending trend line. Patience pays in these setups. Another analyst, HFL chart guy, spotted something concerning on the 4-hour chart. ZBCN transitioned from a bullish pennant to a bearish head and shoulders pattern. If the neckline breaks below $0.0030, the measured move targets $0.0025. Volume is subdued at 111 million, so we're in decision mode right here. A breakdown confirms bears. A rejection and reversal confirms bulls. No man's land. While retail panics about head and shoulders, smart money accumulates its support. The Bloomberg Index inclusion and MiCA compliance didn't happen by accident. Someone's positioning before the broader market catches on. Now let's address the Moonboy memes. ZBCN Lantern posted a hilarious hot dog vendor meme showing ZBCN at about 0.3 cents in 2025 versus $10 plus in 2027. The message: wait 2 years instead of working 40. Look, I love optimistic holder energy, but let's inject some reality here. A $10 target implies over 3,000 times growth. Current analyst forecasts predict a maximum of just 0.7 cents in 2025 and 0.6 cents in 2026. Could it go higher? Sure, crypto is insane, but banking on 3,000x returns is how people lose their life savings. Honestly, I'd rather see conservative targets hit and be pleasantly surprised than set unrealistic expectations and panic sell when it doesn't moon in 3 weeks. Manage your expectations and your risk accordingly. Here's something interesting. According to GemX BTI Agent, an AI trading bot, ZBCN was the most mentioned crypto ticker on X in a 1-hour window recently. The 4-hour chart showed bearish momentum with price below key moving averages. Resistance sits at about 0.3 cents, support at about 0.25 cents, and RSI near 30 indicating oversold conditions. MiCD confirms ongoing downward pressure, but here's the twist. Most X mentions were promotional airdrop spam and buy the dip calls. One smart reply cautioned against catching a falling knife until MACD reversal or resistance break. I agree completely. Social media hype without technical confirmation is a recipe for getting wrecked. Wait for the setup, but let's not ignore the marketing genius happening here. Captain Zach ZBCN posted Uphold's NBA court floor logo during a San Antonio Spurs versus Atlanta Hawks game. Zebec's Pirates community theme is getting mainstream sports exposure. They've announced NBA and NHL partnerships, boosting visibility for Web3 financial innovations to millions of traditional finance eyeballs. Simon from Zebec Network shared rinkside footage from a St. Louis Blues NHL game on November 29th. This is part of their Uphold sponsorship partnership launched in November 2025, featuring in-game ads and jersey giveaways. The video got over 11,000 views, and replies from token holders reflected growing enthusiasm. Sports marketing works. Just ask Crypto.com. My expert opinion? Sports partnerships are underrated in crypto. They plant seeds in normie brains. When your average hockey fan sees ZBCN on the ice, then hears about real-time payroll solutions, suddenly blockchain doesn't sound so alien. This is long-term brand building, not pump-and-dump tactics. The multi-chain expansion deserves attention too. Zebec isn't just Solana only anymore. They're integrating deep-in infrastructure and launching debit cards for crypto to fiat spending. Imagine streaming your salary in USDC and spending it instantly with a Visa card. No waiting, no conversion friction. That's the PayFi future, and Zebec is building it right now. Partnerships with Circle for USDC integration and recent Solana ecosystem collaborations like Dash boost efficiency and legitimacy. When Circle backs you, institutional players take notice. This isn't garage operation crypto, this is infrastructure-grade Web3 finance. Alright crypto fam, let's wrap this up. ZBCN is sitting at a critical inflection point. Bloomberg Index inclusion, full MiCA compliance, privacy integrations, sports marketing, and institutional backing all converged in November 2025. The price is still under 0.5 cents. So, technicals are showing accumulation zones and some potential reversal setups, but with these macro downtrends still in play, you've got to approach things with caution. If Zebec actually pulls off PayFi adoption and regulatory compliance becomes the crypto meta, then early holders could honestly see some pretty substantial returns. But, seriously, manage your risk. Don't ape your rent money and make sure you wait for technical confirmation before jumping into any positions. If you enjoyed this breakdown, definitely check out my other videos. Drop a comment below with your thoughts on ZBCN. Are you bullish, bearish, or maybe just waiting on the sidelines? And hey, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an analysis. I'll see you in the next one. Quick reminder, nothing in this video is financial advice. Cryptocurrency is super volatile and risky. Only invest what you can afford to lose completely. Please do your own research, consult with licensed financial advisors, and never make investment decisions based solely on YouTube videos. Stay safe out there and trade smart.